branches, and then they come back and they merge, and then they branch and they merge and stuff like that. First time that it comes off there, it's called a plexus. So there's 4 plexuses in our terminology here. This plexus right here, guess what this plexus would be called? What vertebrae is up here? Cervical plexus. And then what general area is this? What region is this area? You gotta duck down because you're too tall.
Scapula?
So what?
The scapula?
So it's the scapula. So the general area from quiz 2, what region would this be? What region would this be? The brachial region? So this is called the brachial plexus. Okay, and then we have a lumbar plexus and then a sacral plexus. The lumbar plexus is going to be, is a swelling. It's hard to see right in here, but a plexus will be in this area. And then what happens is that the nerves, they spread apart and then they merge back together. And again, we'll talk about what they look like over here. It's hard to see over there. It's not very good, but we'll do a decent job. The way that I have this organized is that underneath each of the plexuses, you need to know individual nerves. So for instance, in the cervical plexus, you need to know the phrenic nerve, where it does and what it looks like. Now, for this class, I'm not gonna be able to ask you where the phrenic nerve is because it's not really easy to identify. So I'm gonna skip that. Now, the brachial plexus, I said that the plexus is coming off of the spinal cord. Now, in the brachial plexus here, we have 3 main, and I'm not sure where the term cord comes from, but there's a major division off of the brachial plexus, and it breaks off into 3 main divisions, and those 3 main divisions are called cords. There's a cord here, there's a posterior, a lateral, and a median cord. So there's a posterior cord, and it's got 2 nerves. There's a medial cord, and it's got 1 nerve. And then there's a lateral cord, and it's got 2 nerves. Now this last nerve right here, the median nerve, is sort of a misnomer, and I'm going to tell you in a minute what it means, what I mean by that. So what plexus is right here? The brachial plexus. Name a nerve that goes off of the lateral cord, name a nerve that goes off the medial cord, name a nerve that goes off the posterior cord. Okay, so of those 5 nerves, okay? So, any questions about that, how it's organized, right? So the brachial plexus, the posterior cord leads to the axillary nerve, the posterior cord leads to these 2, the axillary and the radial nerve, the medial cord, this one, the ulnar nerve. And now, in that case, the way that the branches go, then if you look at the diagrams of it, you have a branch off of the spinal cord called the brachial plexus, or a series of branches actually. Then they merge into 3 cords, and the medial cord, then it branches off of that, and it goes to other things. Right? So there's other things here that we're talking about, but we're not worried about those. There's a single branch that goes right to the ulnar nerve, and then guess what? If I'm pointing to a nerve somewhere down here that's associated with the ulna, guess what nerve that is? That's the ulnar nerve.